General Granger versus General Alexander.
Your rush tactics won't work on me. Welcome, General. Are you ready to begin? Oh, what's that sound? And look, there's a light in the sky. I wonder... Oh dear. I am sorry, General, but that's just how I like to say hello. Well, good luck, General.
Clocked in.
I wonder how much it's costing the American taxpayers to turn our particle cannons pink. Pink is a pretty awesome color for a death ray, though. I mean, you know, the village gets wiped out, your family's burnt alive, the goat gets completely fried by a huge beam of light, but it was really pretty. I mean, you just had to be there to see the pink. It was pretty awesome. Maybe we can get Laser General to switch his whole arsenal over to pink. That would be nice. It'd be a much more pleasant invasion, wouldn't it?
Have a job for me?
Oh, you're still here, General.
Made in the
I'm
U.S.
impressed by
of
your
A. Laying the
determination.
foundation.
Let's dance.
Oh,
Good for
been a
you.
good
You
area.
can build a barracks.
I don't dance with women old enough to be my mom. Anyways, yeah, building the barracks is a good idea, but also make sure to cancel your supply depot, because she'll send an AC-10 strike after the first one you put down. She rarely sends her first AC-10 strike after your second supply depot, so you can just finish building that and get your supply chain going. That's no problem. But it's really important to cancel the first one before it gets built, because you save more money than you would if you just sold it. It's quicker, doesn't take up any electricity, and it just overall is a better idea.
Need a delivery, General? On the job. What's the mission, sir? Story?
With the money saved by psyching out the AC-10s, I can afford an airfield and a couple of King Raptors, which are going to be really important for winning this mission. I don't recommend building any ground-based anti-air, because once you do that, she tends to send the Aurora Alphas over, and if she does that right at the start of the match, it can make things extraordinarily difficult. She can take out your command center, anything. So you want to avoid that. Don't agitate her into using those early on.
We're waiting for you, General. What's keeping you?
All
Nice
finished.
airfield, General. Just keep those planes away from my
Yeah.
particle cannon.
Now, there's a couple of different ways it could go from here. She could either send in 3 Comanches to attack my base, which means she won't send in the Aurora Alphas for at least a minute or two, which is awesome. That's great when that happens. Saves you a lot of time. Or she may send the Auroras out to start, which means she'll take out either my command center, my airfield, or my supply depot. All catastrophic, all almost game enders, because, well, as the air general, I can't just build RPG troops and put out Patriot towers. They'll get wiped out instantly. And if I don't shoot down the Auroras, I can't stop them from continuously attacking. So, yeah, there's a lot of roadblocks there if they take out your airfield. The command center would almost be not as bad in some cases.
You may
What do you
think I'm
got?
hiding,
Laser
but
defense
I'm
is
really
ready.
just planning.
This is our territory.
Excellent, General Mom. Have my pizza rolls ready in
Laying the
5 minutes.
foundation.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot the most important part. You need to build a bunch of decoy buildings. So the barracks to the east of my base, that's going to be hit by the particle cannon pretty much the entire match. So all you got to do is keep rebuilding that, and your entire base is safe from particle cannon attacks. Now, to avoid the Aurora Alpha attacks, I just put a bunch of barracks up on the northern coast, because they tend to go after those first. But she'll still target your other buildings with the AC-10, and sometimes the Alphas will just come over and blow up something just because they feel like it. So as long as you're consistent and keep rebuilding the barracks after she blows them up, it should give you enough of a window to actually mount a counterattack. Otherwise, she'll most likely go after your airfields first, which will completely cripple the Air Force General. He has no way to recover from that.
Can't build this.
Our base is being attacked.
I just
Yeah.
didn't like the look of that barracks.
Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of Black Lotus. Knock it off. Well, shit, here's the Comanches. They're a bit late, and it's actually gonna fuck me up here. I gotta take those out.
Laying the foundation.
Unit
Going up.
lost.
We control the sky.
What's the story?
That didn't hurt too much, did it?
Well, at least you just went after the power plant. That's easily replaceable. And that's why you want to build a bunch of distractionary buildings. Otherwise, she'll start attacking your really important shit, and that'll ruin you. Especially as Air Force General. He can't handle having his airfields blown up. It's way too expensive.
I'd
On
attack
patrol.
if I were you, General. If If you wait, then I'll just have one more super weapon to fire
Our
at you.
territory.
This whole mission's pretty much about budgeting and corralling the AI into doing stupid shit. Let her blow up all the barracks she wants and keep her the fuck away from your airfields, and you'll be alright.
Tactical
control.
superiority is key,
We
General.
control the skies.
Here, let me show you.
This is
Our base is under attack.
Place, General.
Let's build.
Oh god, we got a tactical genius over here. She's destroying my most vital infrastructure.
What up? Loud and clear.
Alright, you win, General Mom. I'll take the garbage out.
Yeah.
Now that I've lured her into an attack pattern, it should be easier to get what I
I'm
need.
listening.
And what I need is a strategy center, a particle cannon, a third airfield, 2 Auroras, 2 new Raptors, and that should just about do it. That should give me what I need to attack without being too much. And by too much, I mean I don't want to build 4 airfields, then switch her artificial intelligence routine over to attacking airfields, because then I don't have the advantage anymore. But if I keep her attacking the barracks, then it's easy. Those are inexpensive, replaceable, and it won't stop me from
Let's
attacking her.
find a better place. Made in the U.S. of
I
A.
think that's what I hate about this match. It's not a real battle, it's just you exploiting the artificial intelligence.
Locked in.
Then you come out of this battle and try fighting the AI in a skirmish, and all of a sudden you find out how stupid the artificial intelligence is, to be honest. And it is kind of a bummer. It's not really my favorite mission, but it is hard, I'll give it that. It's not easy. But the difficulty mainly lies in that you really can't visualize why you're failing. You just have to know, oh, the artificial intelligence didn't choose to attack that building. It chose to attack this building because I didn't build this building there to distract it. And that's agitating, to say the least.
Made in the U.S. of A. Any more projects?
I hate to, but I have to cancel these Raptors. I need to save up money for a particle
Make some
cannon.
improvements.
The reason is that the airfield's just a little bit too easy to take out, so I need something that's a little bit beefier, like the particle cannon. That way, if they get an Aurora bomb in there, it doesn't destroy it in one hit.
Let's build.
I forget if the Aurora Alphas can destroy an airfield in one hit, but I don't feel like
If you
testing
fail
that
to
theory,
plan,
because they
you plan
probably
to fail,
can.
General. Think about it. You are pushing me over budget, General.
It would be nice if
Any
she
more
was running out of money,
projects?
because I could use a bit of a break from the Alpha attacks.
Good area.
Maybe use the money saved on decoy barracks to build a couple of supply depots so when my cash pile runs out, I'm not completely fucked over. That would be nice.
Always prepared. Take a new position.
Oh yeah, another important detail, you want to have a King Raptor guarding that southwestern corner, because if you don't, they may slip a Chinook by full of troops and a couple of drones and such, and they'll take out that airfield.
Fools rush in, General. I
Upgrading
take
the new
my
supply
time.
lines.
So taking your time involves hitting me with Aurora Alphas about 2-3 minutes into the match. That's an interesting definition of taking your time. Ew, or was that like a proposition? Oh, a little bit out of my age
What's the
bracket.
story?
Especially considering this game was made in 2004.
Getting to
I should
work.
get her in touch with General Tao. He's like 50 and he's got some pretty good kinks going on about him. I bet she could appreciate that. He could fire a nuclear missile into her particle beam and they could just sploosh all over the place. It would be beautiful. I
I
mean,
appreciate your choice
Always
in weaponry,
ready.
but I'm the only one allowed to have
Loud
a
and
particle
clear.
cannon on this battlefield.
hey, particle weapons are covered by the Second Amendment. I can have as many as I
warn
want.
you not to underestimate me.
She just has that mom tone going on. I warn you not to underestimate me. Or maybe like an elementary school teacher or something. Doesn't sound like a military general to me. She sounds like she's gonna tuck me in and read me a bedtime story. After this, she's gonna drink a box of white wine, take a Valium, and pass out on the couch at 8 p.m. This mission would be really fucking hard if she wasn't so stupid with the particle cannons. Like, if she used all 3 of those to attack my airfields, that would be fucking devastating. But instead, she just goes after the fucking barracks and the power plant every single time.
Stay out of the air, General.
You dirty slut! God damn it! I needed those Auroras. They were my tac force, and
Analyzing your tactics.
Fuck, now I gotta worry about the A-10 strikes right there. That just threw a whole wrench into this whole fucking thing. I thought I was gonna get this over with quickly, but nope, she's gonna just...
Grade complete.
I'm not gonna be able to get general's points easily now. That's why I'm so pissed off. I used the 2 Auroras to attack the EMP Patriots, rake in a bunch of easy general's points, and I can attack her with A-10s myself, and I can kind of throw it back at her, but... Oh, that just cost me like fucking 5 minutes. Alright, I just gotta think about it. If I take out the command center, then the A-10s won't be there anymore, and I can have my 3rd airfield without any problems. So, that's gonna be a job for the 2 particle cannons. And I'd like to get some more Raptors in the sky, but the deal is if I build, say, 3 more airfields and she knocks out 2 of them and they're full of Raptors, that's $10,000. Right now, it makes more sense to go with some particle cannons so I can knock out the command center and just take out the infrastructure before she starts doing something crazy like sending the Alphas over to bomb my airfields, because if that happens, it's fucking over. There's no way I'm going to recover from that. Although it's not losing the airfield, it's losing the jets, so building an empty airfield, not so bad, but again, the barracks are $500, so if she's going to attack those, it's just economically intelligent to set up the barracks, but... I don't know. That's where it starts to get complex. Is she going to attack the barracks or their airfields or what? And it's just a confusing battle because you're just outwitting the. You're not even outwitting the AI. You're cheating it into making stupid decisions. I mean, that would be interesting if the game was based around doing that, but that's not what the game is. So it's kind of like a game within a game, except it's a shitty game within a good game. That's not fun. That's just disappointing, is what that is. Not much else to do for the next few minutes besides get a jet upgrade and rebuild some power plants. I think instead of waiting for both particle cannons to charge and attacking their command center, I'm going to try to hit their airfield first. At least if a carpet bomb can't do the trick. Carpet bomb might work, but I'm pretty sure I'll need a particle cannon to hit that right now. But if I take out the airfield, I can take some of the pressure off myself. I'll be able to save money on the buildings I won't have to rebuild for a minute, and I should be able to get some Auroras together and hopefully take out that command center real quick. It might work. I'm kind of just throwing shit at the wall to see if it'll stick right now, to be honest. But thinking about it, that does make sense. I use a particle cannon on the airfield. I get the extra experience from the Auroras going down. Then I could build some of my own Auroras to take out their EMPs to get more experience and hopefully have an AC-10 strike and a Spectre and a fuel air bomb, which I will be upgrading to a Moab. You know that shit, so... I definitely have to get back to my original focus on massing up general's points. It would have worked out so well with the 3rd airfield, but they had to go and blow it up. Nothing I can do about it.
Our base is under attack.
It's my particle cannon. You're not authorized to use it. Is keeping my airfield too much to ask?
Well, you know what they say. Turnabout is fair play, you stupid bitch.
Congratulations, General.
Didn't Mark Twain say that? I
Unit
forget.
Lost. Warning. Particle cannon activated.
Nice shot, Annie Oakley. Are you letting your grandkids control the particle cannons? That's really sweet of you.
Good area. Yeah. Getting to work. Let's find a better place.
They're attacking our
Bring on
base.
the scaffolding.
Unit lost.
You know what? I'm not even mad this time. I realize now that this map is just trading cheap shots over and over again. So you either come in with a pre-baked plan and you already know where to place every single fucking building and then you beat her in a record time, or you just get slogged down by some cheap shot that's eventually going to happen no matter what you fucking do. So it's less about being strategic and more about knowing what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. I still have one more trick though. If I can just get to level 5, I'll have a whole set of aircraft that she can't knock out from under my feet by blowing up my airfields. So, get to level 5, get the fuel air bomb, make it a Moab, get the AC-10s, get the Spectre, and just start raining shit on her with that. Then I don't have to worry about any of this other bullshit. It'll just be easy from then on out. This challenge kind of suffers from the same problems that China Mission 3 has, and that the challenge doesn't come from outsmarting the AI or figuring out the proper tactic to take on the situation. It's just a handicap match. And I don't even mind handicap matches. I think they can be pretty fun, but when they're badly designed, they play bad. And this one has two major problems. The first one is that the Super Weapon General has all the units she's going to use for the entire match right from the start. So the battle doesn't change at all with her. She just does the same thing for as long as you're going to play the mission. And that's really boring. The second and worst part about this is that you'll never beat this on your first try. The reason is that the AI is crazy and overarmed, so if you do something like put your supply depot to the west of the supply stash, she'll probably send the alphas in right away. Then she'll blow up your command center while you're trying to build an airfield or something like that. And then by the time you even get a King Raptor up, the Comanches are already in blowing everything else up, and you've already lost.
Just kidding.
I just don't find that very fun. It's not even really trial and error because you have no context. You don't know why you lost. You just lose, you know. She just chooses to defeat you, and that's boring. In a well-designed handicap match and well-designed games in general, you know why you lost when you lose. I mean, you can see it visually, you can recognize it, you can see your mistake. Not always, but, you know, most of the time. But in this case, you're not allowed to see why you fucked up. You place the building, she does the attack, and that's it. You just fucking failed. And I just think that's bad game design. I mean, it's one thing to have an unfair mission. Those can be pretty fun, but when you don't know why you've lost, you can never learn how to get better. And if you can't learn how to get better, you're just running headfirst into a brick wall until you get through it. That's not strategy. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, I gotta stop bitching. I was actually having fun during the first 10 minutes, but once it becomes apparent that it's the same thing all the way through and it's just gonna be trading cheap shots, it does kind of lose its charm a little bit. Finally some good fortune. I didn't think the carpet bomb would be able to reach that, but it does. I guess if I knew that from the start, I could have been a little bit more effective, but again, it's another one of those trial and error things. I'm not going to restart the video at this point just because I learned that. I could spend all week making little mental notes on things that I need to do to trick the AI to beat this quicker, but that would be so fucking boring. By the time I actually had a good time on this, I wouldn't be able to give any good commentary. I'd just be burned out. It's okay, though. It should be pretty easy from here on out. Now that the command center's down, I don't have to worry about the AC-10 strikes. I can kind of freely build my airfields, and I also don't have to worry about her building Aurora Alphas because I took out her strategy center. So even if she does rebuild the airfield, I'm pretty sure she doesn't rebuild the strategy center or command center. At least I think that's how it works. I may be wrong, and if I am, prepare to hear me bitch about this mission more because it's starting to get a little bit ridiculous. I was right about the dozer and the airfield. I don't have an AC-10 to take them both out, so I'm just going to send an Aurora to take out the dozer. The dozer's really a bigger threat. The last thing I need is for her to start rebuilding or anything like that.
I don't appreciate unexpected visitors, General. You don't know what to expect.
What the hell? One more shot will take out the airfield, too.
Supersonic aircraft.
And with that shot, she's crippled, unless she has another dozer that I'm not noticing. Or unless the AI trolls me and just shoots all 3 particle cannons in the worst spot and completely cripples me too. In which case, this video will take an hour and 20 minutes.
New construction.
But in the interest of finishing this now instead of later, I'm going to build some more airfields and spam Auroras. Because that's what she did to me. I'm becoming everything that I hate, and I love it. It feels great, like flying a kite through a burning poppy field.
I'd attack if I were you, General.
Avionics
If you wait,
online.
then I'll just have one more
Delivering
super weapon to
payload.
fire at you.
You know what? Attacking actually sounds like a great idea. I really wish I could have done that about 10 minutes ago. The idea was to take a few Auroras, pop some EMP Patriots, get to level 5, then use general attacks on her base to destroy your infrastructure and move in within about a 20-minute time frame. But
Supersonic aircraft.
at this point, I've been cut back by at least 10 minutes just from having that airfield blown up. I mean, the second one wasn't so bad, but the first one, it just kept me from getting those precious few points I needed to get the AC-10 strikes up. And with those up, I could have just popped the fucking... Oh, God. Getting into it again. This one really pissed me off. It's the one that I feel absolutely no desire to go back over to try to get a better time on. Like Nuke General, that would have been fun to speedrun. Toxin, absolutely. That would have been a blast to try to beat as quickly as possible. But this one, no, I've already said everything that I don't like about it. I just want to repeat it so badly. This is just not a good mission. It's annoying to the point that I can't even relax for a second to make fun of the General. I mean, she says some stupid shit. She's, you know, a little bit whiny and sassy. Sounds like somebody's mom, but there's no time to bitch about that with all this other crap going on. It's just constant harassment.
Aurora
And I don't even understand why anybody would think that's fun. I literally can't imagine anybody booting up Zero Hour and going, yeah, the Super Weapon General Challenge. That's what I want to do today. That's like somebody booting up Grand Theft Auto and going, I want to do all the escort missions. Those are the best.
Stabilizers engaged. Target confirmed.
I'm just going to lay off the map for now. I think I've said everything that could be said about it. Fuck this map. Really fucking in the ass. I hate it.
Starting to annoy me.
Particle cannon activated.
These particle cannons aren't any kind of a real threat, but they do give a lot of experience, so it's worth taking them out right now to try to get to level 5 as quickly as possible.
Sounds good.
High-speed bomber ready for
You know, I
takeoff.
complied about the particle cannons always targeting the same area, but if they didn't do that, this map probably wouldn't be beatable. At least, I don't think it would be, but now I'm getting kind of close to bitching about it again. I'm actually grateful for this, so
Good area.
I take that back. Thank you, map.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, General. Think about it.
Hey, I had a plan. It just sucked. So, you know, just be accurate
Radar
when you
won't
insult
pick us
me.
up.
That's all I'm asking. Also, can I use your computer tonight, Mom? I have another episode to record.
That one's done.
Pushing the envelope.
I actually feel a lot less angry now. Just picking off the EMPs, doing what I wanted to do from the start. Looking at a calm beach. You know, you can hear the seagulls squawking or whatever the fuck those birds are. They sound nice.
Breaking
I like
the
to
sound
eat one of them.
barrier.
They're probably really tasty, but all that aside, this is pretty nice. I'm enjoying myself here.
Navigation systems check. High-speed bomber ready for takeoff.
Fools rush in, General. I take my time.
You know, the German version of this game actually makes a lot more sense in this context with her repeating phrases and shit because they turned all the generals and units and all that other shit into
Pushing the
cyborgs.
envelope.
Which I don't quite get because
Radar
cyborgs
won't
are
pick
still
us
people.
up.
They just have a bunch of robotic shit in them. So I guess, according to the Germans, it's okay to kill people just as long as they have electronics on them, I suppose. So don't take your Walkman to Germany. They may just murder the shit out of you.
Aircraft. Avionics online.
I'm sure this may look boring to the people watching this, but I'm enjoying this way too much.
I warn you not to
It's like having a
underestimate me.
huge fucking ice cream headache just instantly go away. And then you punch the guy who made the ice cream right in the fucking face.
Cleared for engagement.
Congratulations,
Clear the area.
Ah, there we go. That'll cap it all off. Got my level 5 promotion. Got my air bomb, my AC-10, Spectres, and I can buy a Moab. Hopefully that's the last enemy dozer, although they're not able to send any kind of real threatening aircraft at me now, but
Bomber ready for
I just want to
takeoff.
tie up that
Avionics
loose end.
online. Target confirmed.
Today's just not my day. So I was looking over this video to make sure it's okay to upload to YouTube, and I noticed at the 24-minute mark my commentary just turns into a bunch of loud popping sounds. I diagnosed the problem, and it turns out my good microphone has a bad cable, and I'm not going to be able to replace that cable until Monday, so instead of waiting until Monday to fix this and upload it, I figured I'd just put on the $20 Logitech headset, do some post-commentary then, and get it posted on time. I figured you'd all appreciate that a lot more, so I'm sorry for the sudden decrease in audio quality. I really fucking hate it, trust me. This is the old mic I used on the Demolition Challenge. It's fucking old and it's fucking cheap, but it'll get the job done. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this doesn't ruin your experience, and thanks for watching.
Radar won't pick us up. High-speed bomber ready for takeoff.
Something I should have mentioned earlier is that one thing you can do to protect your airfields from the AC-10 strikes is to park Chinooks over them. Since they have laser defenses, they'll shoot down a lot of the missiles that come from the AC-10s. But you're going to need more than 2 or 3 of them. And it also helps to have the Raptors hovering overhead, as their laser defense systems will also shoot down the missiles.
Particle cannon ready. Particle cannon activated. Unit lost. Warning, particle cannon.
Another good strategy for beating this mission is to ignore the particle cannons, ignore the EMP Patriots, and just take out the command center and power plants. If you can knock out her power, the only thing that she's going to be able to defend herself with are some Comanches and her Avengers, and that's not going to be enough to stop your Auroras, or especially stop a land invasion if you can sneak some Chinooks in with some ground forces. They're toast at that point. Also, while there's some buildings she won't rebuild like her command center, she will rebuild her power plants, but she can't rebuild the power plants that are up and elevated like these. If you blow these up, they're never coming back. So taking them out's not a bad idea either. You may be able to just take out all the power plants she can't reach to pull her power down, but that won't work if you knock out a particle cannon or two, so you gotta leave all that shit up so she uses as much power as possible. It's a pretty good strategy. I probably should have used it here, honestly.
Unit lost.
Now, this was kind of disappointing. I sent the Moab over there to try to launch that one soldier right into the camera, but the Moab never came by. So, at the end of the video, stay tuned. I recorded a little bit of extra Moab footage since I promised I would have at least one good troop launch. It'll be there right at the end of the video.
Lost.
Breaking the sound barrier. Passing overhead. Supersonic aircraft. Target confirmed. Breaking the sound barrier.
I
Delivering
can't believe
payload.
you would beat up on a girl like this.
Target confirmed.
Well, don't expect me to be a good hostess.
And there goes her power. Now, this would be easier, like I said, if I left the particle cannons up, because her power plants are actually really strong, so she only needs about like 4 or 5 to power her entire base without the particle cannons. So, yeah, taking those out and going for the power down strategy is not a good idea.
High-speed bomber ready for takeoff. High-speed bomber ready for takeoff.
Destroy as many vehicles as you like. See if I can.
And the AC-10's useless against laser-type weapons. You know, if I put those Chinooks over that 3rd air base at the start of the match, she probably wouldn't have hit it with her AC-10. It wouldn't have made it through.
Breaking the sound barrier.
So that's definitely something you should do different. Get those Chinooks over that 3rd air base. It's all the protection you need. Those lasers should knock out all the missiles.
Aurora in flight. Pushing the envelope. Radar won't pick us up. Pushing the envelope. Aurora in flight. Radar won't pick us up.
And that just about does it for the defense. All that's left to do now is to take down her vital infrastructure and make her surrender.
Particle
Breaking
cannon
the sound
ready.
barrier.
Unit lost. Particle cannon activated.
General, look over there. Someone's capturing your buildings. Not gonna fall for it, huh?
Acquiring new target.
need time to think. Go away, General.
Took me a minute to find that last piece of
Particle
vital
cannon
infrastructure.
activated.
Time to die, Hobag.
You are victorious.
It's not fair. One more superweapon and I would have beaten you, General. Challenge me again. I dare you.
Well, that mission's over with. Now I can move on to the funner stuff. And again, I'm sorry about this microphone problem. I really hate using this cheap microphone. Hope it sounds alright. There's not too much more to say about her that I haven't said already, so I'm just going to leave you all with the Moab clip I made. See y'all next time.